Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Dandavat Pranam to everyone. Welcome to Gita Gyan session. Before starting the session, let us take our obeisances from ISKCON Sheshathapuram deities. Sri 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 Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Maya Sudarshana Bhagavan ki jai. Vamanadev Bhagavan ki jai. Parshuram Bhagavan ki jai. Nitai Chaitanya Bhagavan ki jai. Panchatattva ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Gurudev ki jai. Let us offer our prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Itinamine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So we are in chapter 8, attaining the Supreme. So the Lord is telling how we can attain the Supreme, and we will be discussing today on shloka number 9. Kavim Puranam Anushasitaram Anor Aniyam Shamanusmaredyah Sarvasya Dhataramachintya Rupam Adityavarnam Tamasa Prasata Parastat. One should meditate, translation, one should meditate upon the Supreme Person as the one who knows everything, as he who is the oldest, who is the controller, who is smaller than the smallest, who is the maintainer of everything, who is beyond all material conception, who is inconceivable, and who is always a person. He is luminous like the sun, and he is transcendental beyond this material nature. Prabhu, you can stop this. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so much. So here, Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So this chapter, from first sloka to fourth sloka, it is called section 1, where Krishna actually answers all the questions of Arjuna, right? And then section 2 is from 5th to 8th text number 5 to 8. It is where what is explained is about remembering Krishna at the time of death. So in this purport, Srila Prabhupada discusses about, like, he mentions Hare Krishna Mahamantra. In each and every, all these purports, he says Hare Krishna Mahamantra is the key. And in section 3, it is from text number 9 to 13. So here, yes, we need to remember Krishna, but Hare Krishna, dear devotees, please mute. Here in text number 9 to 13, what is described is about remembering Krishna, yes, but to practice, how to practice remembrance through meditation. This is all these are discussed now. So how we would meditate? By meditating on Krishna and his qualities, or by practicing Yoga Mishra Bhakti. One can think of Supreme Personality of Godhead when quitting body and reach the spiritual planets. And there is a way to remember the Lord, right? So Srila Prabhupada mentions 10 different ways of thinking or meditating on the Supreme Lord Krishna. Now the first one is Kavim. In this sloka also, the first is Kavim. Kavim means Kavi. Kavi means the knower of everything. He's called omniscient. What does he know? He knows the past, the present, and the future, right? And the next one, Puranam. Puranam means oldest. Everything is born out of him, right? In 10.8, it is said, Aham sarvasya prabhavam matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvitaha. So he is the source of everything, right? So, and he's the oldest. So this is what is the second point Srila Prabhupada says. Second one, even in the shloka. And third one is Supreme Controller. So Supreme Controller means Krishna, we know, he has 4 propensities. What are they? Supreme Creator, Supreme Proprietor, Controller, and Enjoyer. So the third one is Supreme Controller. Fourth one is smaller than the smallest, right? For example, we know soul means when we cut the tip of the hair into 10,000 parts, that one part is the measurement of soul. I mean, that is just to say that. So Yeah. So that, sorry, I'm just getting a call. So it is actually smaller than the smallest. What happens here? What is the Lord doing? Even though he is so small, like the Jiva is so small, but he still enters into each and every atom, and he enters into the heart of each living entity. See, for example, we see the ants; they are so small, and still the Lord is there. Even, right? For example, if he's in the elephant and he is in the smallest of the small ants and all that. So everything is running through him. Now, fifth point is maintainer of everything. He is a maintainer. So in Bhagavad Gita 7.7, it is said, Matta parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya mai sarva vidam protam sutre manigana iva. Right? For example, he's a maintainer. Like, for example, the pearls are very nice, but without the thread, it doesn't look good, right? So he's a maintainer, like the thread. He's maintaining the pearls necklace in the same way he's maintaining the whole world. So he's the maintainer of everything. Sixth, he is beyond all material conception. For example, to understand this material world itself properly itself is not possible for us. What to say about the spiritual world? Because the material world is in front of spiritual world, the material world is insignificant. So to understand material world itself is not possible. So to understand spiritual world and also to understand the Lord through by material conception is impossible. So that's what the Lord is telling. And here the seventh point is achintya. Achintya means, and it's called Sarvasya Dhataram. Achintya means inconceivable, right? Sarvasya Dhataram means Lord is sustaining big planets, right? All the planets, galaxies, everything. Innumerable. It's not like some galaxies, plenty of galaxies. But with that, and the Lord's energy is beyond our thinking and jurisdiction. Through logic, we can't understand, or through philosophical speculation, we can't understand him. How we can do? Or the reason why we can't do is because we have four defects. What are they? First of all, we have imperfect senses, right? So through imperfect senses, and we are in illusion. And when we are through imperfect senses, we fall into illusion. Because of illusion, we make mistakes. And when we make mistakes, we tend to cheat. So these four things we do. And when we have these things, it is impossible to understand the Lord. That's why it's called achintya. Achintya means inconceivable. So that's why, so how can we get the real intelligence? Only through accepting the principles of Shastras as it is. What are those Shastras? Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, right? For our benefit, the Lord has given to us. And what we also should do is avoid useless arguments and speculations, right? So these things we have to do. Now, point number 8 is, he's always a person. It's read Rupam, right? Rupam, as indicated in the word Rupam. Always he's a person. So here he is negating the concept of impersonalism, right? So we are serving the Lord. It's not like we are serving some null emptiness. No, we are serving the Lord. So that's why he is called as Rupam. We have to understand that he's a person. So here we have to understand impersonalism is not correct. And the luminous as the sun, Aditya Varnam. Aditya Varnam means, sun means, what does the sun do? It removes the darkness, right? In the same way, he removes our ignorance. There's a lot of ignorance within us. So he removes our ignorance. That's why he's like a luminous, like a sun, Aditya Varnam. And he is transcendental, beyond this material nature, right? He is transcendental. Janma karma chame divyam evam yoveti tatvatah tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti mameti sarjana. So he's divyam. Divyam means transcendental. All his birth, his leela, pastimes, they're all transcendental. So all these 9 things. So what happened? Why they're explaining all these things is so that at the time of death we can understand. When we generally understand something important about a person, we will give importance to him and we will give him attention, right? We will know, okay, these are the important qualities, these are the good qualities. So let me remember him nicely, right? We get inclined to remember these things. For example, if a bad person is there, we don't want to know all those qualities, right? But here he's telling, the Lord is telling about the greatness of himself, so that we can remember when we are meditating through all these qualities, we can remember him very nicely. So this is what it is. And in 10th shloka, what is explained is, at the time of death, how to concentrate on the Lord, right? So methodology, the methodology is described in the next shloka. So this is what it is, dear devotees. Okay, somebody has said to display the current shloka. Sorry, Mataji, that's Prabhuji. Somebody is asking to share the screen. Yeah, this is the screen. Sorry, this is the text. 8.9. Thank you, dear devotees. Any questions or any comments? Please, you can take the questions now. Or any suggestions, comments. So through these, all these qualities, the qualities that are described through this, it becomes easy for us to meditate on the Lord. That's why all these things are explained. And the next sloka also, some more how we can, the methodology, how to remember the Lord is given in the next sloka. Thank you, devotees, for joining.